From the beginning, you felt there was something special between the two of you. Even when paths diverged, when life took unexpected turns, there was that silent certainty, almost like a whisper at the bottom of their heart, saying, they are the love of your life. Now the angels are here to confirm what you have always suspected, to bring clarity and light to this loving journey that, at so many moments, may have seemed uncertain. This connection is not common. From the first glance, something deeper was awakened. Perhaps in the beginning, it was a casual encounter, something that, for others, could have gone unnoticed. But not for them. They knew, even without fully understanding, that meeting was not a coincidence. The universe was moving in visible pieces, bringing together two souls that were destined to meet. And now, as they revisit those memories and wonder about what the future holds, the angels want them to know that this person was placed in their life for a much greater purpose. True love, the kind that transforms and uplifts, does not always come in easy moments. Often, it arises in the most unexpected times, when they had already decided to move on or maybe even given up believing. But it was there, silently, growing inside them, waiting for the right moment to blossom. And now, that moment has arrived. If you have been wondering what they really feel, about the reason for so many meetings and missed connections, the angels reveal that there is a greater truth being drawn. This connection is deep spiritual, and goes beyond what the eyes can see or the heart can immediately understand. There are old bonds, stories that their souls have already lived in other lives, and this explains the intensity of the feelings, the sense of déjà vu, that you have known each other for much longer than the clock of this world can count. Perhaps, over the years, you have felt a mix of emotions. There were moments of intense joy, when everything seemed to make sense and the universe was conspiring in your favor. But there were also moments of doubt, of distance, when you wondered if it was all in your head, if they felt the same. And what the angels want you to know is that yes, this feeling is mutual, even if it hasn't always been shown in the way you expected. Each of you was on their own journey of growth, of learning. There were lessons that needed to be absorbed individually before this love could manifest in all its fullness. This does not mean that love did not exist before. It was always there, latent, but there was a need for maturation, both in you and in the person who is on your mind. And now, as time goes on, you may notice small changes, signs that what was once a seed is now starting to bloom. What is important to understand is that divine timing rarely follows our earthly time. While you were wondering why things weren't moving forward, the universe was orchestrating the details, setting the stage so that when this love finally blossomed, it would be strong, rooted, and unshakable. The angels are saying that now is the time to trust. Trust the journey you have been on so far. Trust in what their heart has always known. And above all, trust in the love that exists between them. This person, however distant they may have seemed at times, feels something for you that they can't explain. There is an internal battle, a mixture of feelings that makes them hesitate. On one hand, their heart drives them to fully surrender to you, but on the other hand, fears and insecurities from the past hold them back. They fear not being enough, fear not being able to live up to what you deserve, and that is why, at times, they withdraw. But what the angels show is that deep down, they know you are the right person, that there is no other way but the one that leads back to you. The most beautiful part of this journey is that, even in moments of doubt, even when silence seemed to reign, there was something unbreakable between you. This bond that unites you is made of a spiritual strength that transcends time and space. Even if you have taken different paths, your souls have never truly separated. And now, with the support of the angels, you may feel that something is changing. Perhaps it's a word, a gesture, a look that reveals what has always been there, hidden behind emotional barriers. This love is rare. And that's why angels ask you to have patience. The universe is unfolding this love story in a way that, in the end, everything will make sense. Every obstacle, every silence, every distance was part of a greater plan. And now they are on the verge of a great revelation, of a new phase of this relationship that promises to be much deeper and truer than anything they have experienced so far. Keep their faith strong. The angels are by their side, guiding every step, whispering truths to their heart. They want you to know that this love is blessed, that you are destined to be together, and that, despite the trials, the best is yet to come. This is the moment to open up to this new phase, to let the love they always knew existed blossom fully. You may be wondering now, if he really feels what I feel, why are there still so many barriers? Why can't we fully connect? The angels want you to know that these barriers are not a reflection of lack of love, but of the scars he carries. Each of us has our own internal struggles, and in his case, these struggles come from emotional wounds of the past that have not yet been fully healed. He wants to be by your side, wants to live this love in all its fullness, but there is something that prevents him, something that he himself cannot explain. It's as if a part of him is afraid to fully surrender, afraid that by doing so, he would end up reliving the pains he has felt in other relationships. Deep down, he knows that you are not like other people, that your love is different, special. But still, past traumas make him hesitate. And it's at this point that the angels ask for your understanding and patience. No matter how strong the love between them is, they are still learning to feel secure again. They are trying to open their heart, but this doesn't happen overnight. There is a healing process happening within them, an internal battle between fear and the desire to fully surrender. And your presence in their life is crucial to this healing. Even if they don't say it in words, you are the safe harbor they are desperately seeking. Your energy, your patience, your unconditional love are the elements that are helping them overcome their emotional barriers. And here is an important truth that the angels want you to understand. The journey of this love is not just about them. It is also about you. This relationship is bringing up in you feelings, fears, and insecurities that you may not have even known existed. Have you ever stopped to think why this love affects you so much? Why, despite all the difficulties, you feel like you can't just move on? This happens because, just like them, you are also going through a healing process. The angels show that you have a key role in their life, but they also have a role in yours. This journey is helping you reconnect with yourself, rediscover your worth, your inner strength. Perhaps at times you have questioned if you are worthy of this love, if they truly feel for you what you feel for them. And the angels are here to tell you, yes, you are more than worthy. You are a light in their life, and they deeply feel that, even if they don't always know how to express it. With each step they take on this journey, they are getting closer to something greater, something that goes beyond what they imagine. The universe is working behind the scenes to align their energies, so that when they are finally ready, that love can blossom in a way that will truly be magical. But until then, there are important lessons that both of them need to learn. One of the most important lessons the angels want them to absorb is about the power of acceptance. Things do not always happen in the time we desire, but that does not mean that love is not present. Sometimes, the greatest transformations happen in moments of waiting, when we are forced to look within and face our own shadows. And that is exactly what is happening now, both with them and with them. They are learning to trust, to believe that true love does not need to be scary, that they can open up without fear of getting hurt. And they are learning to be patient, to trust that the universe is preparing the perfect path for them. This waiting period, however difficult it may seem, is an opportunity for both of them to strengthen themselves, so that when the right moment arrives, they can live that love to its fullest. The angels show that the signs are already appearing. Perhaps they have noticed that they are more open, that their words or attitudes have changed, even if subtly. Or maybe they have noticed small signs around them, like coincidences, dreams, or repeated numbers that seem to confirm what they already feel in their hearts. These are the signs of the universe, showing that the journey is unfolding exactly as it should. But it's important to remember that this journey is not linear. There will be moments of closeness, followed by moments of distance. And that is part of the healing process. They need time to understand their own feelings, to feel safe enough to fully surrender. And you, on the other hand, need to keep nurturing your own light, strengthening yourself, so that when that moment comes, you are ready to receive that love in its purest form. The angels ask you to keep your faith. They are by your side, guiding each step, protecting this connection that is so special. And they want you to know that even in moments of doubt, when it seems like things are not progressing, love is growing, getting stronger. This love is a gift, a divine blessing, and nothing can stop it from blooming when the time is right. As they continue on their inner journey, you are also being called to look within. What is this relationship teaching you about yourself? What parts of you need more attention, more love? Maybe you have neglected some of your own needs while waiting for them. And the angels want you to know that now is the time to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to love yourself deeply. When you strengthen yourself, when you put yourself first, something magical happens. Your energy shifts, and they notice this change. They begin to see you in a different light, not as someone who is waiting for them, but as someone who is living their truth, their essence. And this change is what can finally pave the way for them to approach, without fears, without reservations. So, this is the time to trust. They must trust themselves, in the love that exists between them, and in the divine plan that is unfolding. What the angels show is that they are on the right path, and that everything they have always suspected about this love is true. It is real, it is deep, and it is destined to bring great transformations to both. The journey is not over yet, but the angels are preparing the way so that when the right moment comes, they and them can finally live the love that was always meant to be. Until then, keep believing, keep taking care of themselves, and know that the universe is working in their favor. What is to come will be even more beautiful than they ever imagined. Now that they understand how necessary this process of waiting and transformation is, let's delve even deeper into the emotions that this person is facing. They carry a weight in their heart, a weight that they can feel when they are with them. There is something unsaid, an invisible barrier that often prevents them from fully expressing what they feel for them. And as painful as it may be for them, the angels want them to know that this difficulty in opening up is not a lack of love. In fact, it is precisely the opposite. This love, for them, is scary in a way they have never experienced before. It is the kind of love that exposes their vulnerabilities, that forces them to confront their deepest fears. They know on a very intimate level that being with them means being completely honest, not only with them, but with themselves. And this honesty, this emotional exposure, is something they have avoided for a long time. There is something inside them that makes them believe that if they show themselves completely, you will see the parts of them that they hide from everyone, including themselves. They fear that if you see their flaws, their weaknesses, you may not accept them. And that's where the great internal battle they are facing lies. Deep down in their being, they know that you love them in a way no one ever has, but at the same time, they fear that this love may not be enough to keep you by their side once their imperfections are revealed. That's why sometimes they pull away. It's not because they don't want you, but because they are afraid that by getting too close, they will end up revealing all their vulnerabilities. They are struggling with their own feelings, trying to reconcile the desire to be with you with the fear of opening up and potentially losing what they love the most. But the angels are here to tell you, you already know them more than they imagine. You have seen their vulnerabilities, even when they thought they were hiding them. You have noticed their hesitations, their insecurities, and yet, you love them with all your intensity. And that's exactly what is helping them heal. Your love is giving them the strength to face these fears, to finally break free from the chains that bind them to the past. They feel this, even if they can't express it in words yet. Every day, they realize that you are unlike anyone they have ever known. You are not asking for perfection, you are not demanding that they be someone they are not. You simply love them, exactly as they are, and to them, that is both liberating and terrifying. The angels show that this is the most delicate phase of their relationship. It's as if they are about to cross a bridge, and this crossing requires trust, both from their side and theirs. They are called to trust the process, to believe that the love they feel is strong enough to overcome the remaining barriers. And they, on the other hand, are being challenged to trust you, to believe that when they finally open up, you will be there, with open arms, ready to accept them completely. This phase requires patience but also action. The angels ask you to continue being the light you have been so far. It's not about waiting passively, but about continuing to show the love, compassion, and understanding that have been the foundation of this relationship. Every gesture of yours, no matter how small it may seem, is touching their heart in ways you can't imagine. And every day, they get a little closer to being ready to take the step they fear so much. The angels show that they are in a process of deep self-discovery. They are beginning to realize that the fears they carry are not really about you, but about themselves. They are starting to understand that for this love to flourish, they first need to learn to love themselves. And this is a process that takes time but is happening, little by little, every day. You may have noticed small changes in them recently. Maybe they are more present, more affectionate, more open to conversations they used to avoid. Or maybe they are showing it in more subtle ways, with gestures they didn't make before. These are the first signs that they are finally starting to lower their defenses. But the angels warn that this process will not be linear. There will be moments when they will open up, only to close again shortly after. This is part of their healing journey, and it's important that you don't take these moments of distance as rejection. They need this time to process their own feelings, to understand what is truly happening within them. And every time they step back, it's an opportunity for them to reflect on what they truly feel, on what they really want. It's like they are learning to walk on unfamiliar ground. Each step they take towards you is a step towards vulnerability, and this is something they are learning to handle. The love you share is something they have never experienced before, which is why they are trying to figure out how to navigate within this new territory. The angels are saying that, although this process may be challenging, the end result will be beyond what you can imagine. When they are finally ready to fully open up, to set aside their fears and insecurities, the love you will share will be deep, true, and lasting. A love that not only heals past wounds, but also builds a future filled with joy, peace, and companionship. But until that moment arrives, you are called to keep your light shining. Don't be discouraged by moments of uncertainty or the silences that sometimes arise. Remember that, even in those moments, love is growing, it's strengthening. The angels are asking you to trust, not only in the love between you, but also in the divine process guiding this union. They want you to know that everything you have always suspected about this love is true. Yes, this person is the love of your life. And although the path to this point has been filled with challenges, each obstacle overcome has brought you closer to the true union your souls long for. Now more than ever, it is time to believe. Believe that love can conquer fear, that patience can overcome insecurity, and that faith can turn even the greatest challenges into opportunities for growth. The angels are by their side, whispering these truths to their heart, and they want you to know that the best is yet to come. Stay strong. True love, the one destined by divine forces, always finds its way, and your path with that person is already being traced by the angels, even if you don't see all the details yet. What is to come will be a beautiful journey, and you deserve every moment of happiness that this love will bring into your life. The angels want you to know that this is a journey of deep love, and what is to come will be truly transformative for both of you. So far, you have walked a path that, at many times, may have seemed uncertain, but each step had its purpose. This love, so rare and unique, had to go through tests to strengthen itself, so that you could meet in your most authentic versions and finally, live a true and lasting union. Now, as this process of healing and transformation progresses, you will begin to notice deeper and more visible changes. They who have been silent for so long will start to open up. It may be subtle at first. Perhaps they will share a feeling, a memory, or a thought that they used to keep to themselves. But know that every word, every gesture, is a reflection of what they are beginning to feel more clearly within themselves. They are, little by little, allowing themselves to trust you and the love they feel. What the angels show is that this phase is about coming closer, but with gentleness. They are opening the doors to their heart carefully, testing the waters, trying to sense if it is really safe to surrender. And you, with your light and patience, are the one showing them that love doesn't have to be a battlefield, but a place of rest, peace, and welcome. Your presence brings them a security that they don't find in anyone else. As they come closer, you will start to see more clearly the impact you have had and continue to have on their life. Every act of love, every word of understanding, is leaving deep marks on their heart. They know that, without you, they might not have been able to come this far in their own healing journey. They see in you a partner, someone who not only loves them but also helps them become a better version of themselves. But the angels also ask you to be prepared for some unexpected reactions. When they finally allow themselves to feel and express the love they carry within, there may be moments of vulnerability that will bring forth intense emotions, not only of love, but also of fear. They may, at times, feel overwhelmed by this avalanche of feelings that for so long, they have tried to keep under control. And that is when your patience and understanding will be more needed than ever. This journey will not be without challenges. True love, the kind that is built on a deep and spiritual connection, requires both to face their shadows, their deepest fears. But the angels are saying that you are ready for this. You have come a long way, and now you are ready to confront these final barriers that still exist between you. There is a great revelation coming. The angels show that they soon will have a moment of clarity, an awakening in which they will realize, once and for all, that you are the person they want to spend the rest of their life with. This moment may come unexpectedly, perhaps during a simple conversation or in a moment when both are silent, just sharing each other's presence. But when this moment comes, they will know. They will feel in their heart that everything you have been through was worth it. The angels ask that, in the meantime, you keep taking care of yourself. It's easy to get lost in the challenges and emotions of this relationship, but they want you to remember that love starts within you. The more you empower yourself, the more this relationship will be able to flourish. Your energy is what attracted this love into your life, and it's your light that will continue to guide you on this path together. As they start to open up more, to trust more in you and in this love, you will see a transformation in them. They will begin to lower the barriers that have protected them from suffering for so long, and finally, they will allow themselves to be completely vulnerable by your side. This is the moment when true intimacy will begin to form between you, an intimacy that goes beyond the physical, that touches the soul. And when this final barrier is broken, the love that will blossom will be something you never imagined possible. The angels show that what is to come will be a period of deep connection, of building a life together that will be based on trust, respect, and above all, on a love that is pure and unconditional. You will not just be in love with each other, but you will be partners in every sense, helping each other to grow, to evolve, to become the best versions of yourselves. This love will be a beacon for you and for those around them. Others will be able to see the strength of this relationship, the light that emanates from them, and be inspired. They will be a living example that true love is not perfect, but is able to overcome any obstacle when there is dedication and faith. They will show the world that love, when destined by the universe, always finds its way back, regardless of the circumstances. The angels conclude this message with one final truth: everything you have always suspected is coming true. They are indeed the love of their life, and they are destined to live this story together. What once seemed uncertain is now becoming clear. They are ready to take this step forward, to live the love they desire and deserve. Keep their faith strong. Keep moving forward with the certainty that the angels are guiding every step they take. They are protecting this love, ensuring that when the right time comes, they will be ready to live the most beautiful story they have ever imagined. Now, the angels invite you to leave a comment with a statement that reinforces this message. Write, "I trust in the love that the universe has prepared for me." This declaration will strengthen their faith and show the universe that they are ready to receive all that this love has to offer. And of course, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now. Turn on notifications to continue receiving these messages that can transform your life. What is to come will be amazing, and you won't want to miss any part of this journey.